everybody. So today is Saturday. That means it's time for family movie night. And yes, we're changing things up. I'm moving to a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday schedule for the channel instead of Monday, Wednesday, Friday, which I'd had before. So that way we have Theater Tuesday and it gives it a little more time to breathe for Theater Tuesday. So family movie night is now going to be on Saturday. So enjoy that. And we are starting up Teen Movie Month for June. And this is, I think, like the 5th or 6th year that I've done Teen Movie Month. And so this is a chance to talk about things with like a little bit more content that are for teens and teen families. These still won't be rated R, but they'll be PG-13 and just more for teen. Today we're talking about the film She's the Man. This is a movie from 2006 and it's an adaptation of Twelfth Night. And it actually holds true for most of that Shakespearean play. And that play is probably Shakespeare's funniest play as far as pure laughs. And they go a long way here in this modern adaptation of bringing in a lot of that humor and comedy and mistaken identity, screwball antics. And I think overall it holds up pretty well, especially these kind of gender dynamics and questioning things. I think actually is pretty relevant even today for something that was made in 2006. And this stars Amanda Bynes as Viola, and that's the name from the 12th Night. And she's a twin and she loves playing soccer. And they find out that the varsity team has been canceled and the coach won't let them try out for the boys team. And so she gets this plan that she's going to play soccer for one of the rival schools and show them and show her old team and the boss and her old boyfriend that they can play as good as the boys. And brother is going to a rival school, her twin brother. He's going to be gone for 2 weeks to be playing with his band in London. So she develops this whole scheme where she's going to pretend to be her brother and she's going to play for the rival team's soccer team and show up the coach and her old boyfriend that they are as good as that she is as good as anybody on the boys team. And so that's sort of the premise going into it. And she ends up having a roommate because this is a preparatory school, a boarding school, who named Duke, who is also on the soccer team and played by Channing Tatum. And she has to pretend to be a boy with Duke, and they become good friends. And she's super awkward. And I think that Amanda Bynes is really underrated for her comedic abilities. She's so good at the physical comedy, at the slapstick, and it's hard to find actors who can pull that off. And I think she can. And I hope that she's able to kind of figure everything out in her life because I think she's really talented. And I think for the most part, her and Channing have pretty good chemistry and they don't shy away from sort of the awkwardness that he has to confront his own feelings about being attracted to a boy. And he comes around by the end and acknowledges that. And so I think that it's honest and true in that way, and I appreciate that. And you also see Viola getting more and more attached to Duke, and of course then the lie just becomes bigger and bigger. You also have her mother, who is played by Julie Haggerty, and wants her to be in this debutante ball, and she doesn't want to at first, but then she ends up kind of getting some value out of it by the end. And so it's a movie that addresses a lot of these sort of gender stereotypes and how we treat people and things like that in a nuanced, interesting, funny way. And you don't see that too often. You also have Olivia, who Duke is in love with at the beginning, who becomes more and more attracted to Sebastian slash Viola. The only thing I kind of wish that they hadn't done is they just have her completely transfer over her feelings for Sebastian slash Viola over to the real Sebastian at the end. And I think they could have made a more sort of interesting choice with her character because they're not the same people. Like, it doesn't make sense that she would just all of a sudden be in love with Sebastian, the real Sebastian, if she was falling in love with Viola Sebastian. So I think they could have done something a little bit more interesting with her character. And of course, Duke is very jealous of the fact that Olivia is getting this crush on Sebastian. And so again, it kind of an interesting exploration into his character and his insecurities and how he kind of confronts those by the end. One really weird part about this movie is that I think that the kissing is really bad. And it's supposed to, there's this kissing booth scene, and it's supposed to be such like a memorable kiss that they can't get it out of their mind, and Viola and Duke, but it's really kind of sloppy and not, I don't know, not that swoon worthy of a kiss for it to be like really important. And, oh, I can't stop thinking about that kiss. I mean, it makes sense that it would be slightly awkward at first. I mean, I don't think a kissing booth scene would not be kind of awkward, but for it to be so memorable that they can't stop thinking about it, it needed to be better. And then even the kiss at the end is also kind of not great. But other than that, I think it's pretty fun and a clever way to take this Shakespearean play, adapt it to a modern audience, put it through a modern lens, and still keep the core of what makes the play so funny. So I think that overall, this is a pretty fun, insightful, enjoyable teen comedy. So I think that basically covers the whole movie. Let me know what you think of this movie. Do you think it's funny? Do you think it holds up? How do you think it handles these sensitive issues? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Please like this video. Please subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. And you can find all of my family movie night and teen movie month reviews in the description. I'll have the playlist down there. Check that out. Also have the merch store and the patron group. Patron group is the best way that you can support what I do, and I really, really, really appreciate it. And thanks so much, everybody. We'll talk to y'all later.